on my way to most likely get spanked at go-karting. I'm going to this real go-karting place up in Bushnell, Florida. I think it's called Bushnell Motorsports, but it's a pretty solid place. Carts are real. They go like 55 miles an hour. They go pretty fast, but I'm going with a bunch of people, my dad, my uncle, both of whom used to race karts when they were younger and at a pretty high level. Then a bunch of other people that have racing knowledge. Now, if you know anything about my channel, you know I race motocross, but dirt and street are a lot different. And as you can see, I don't know if it picks it up on camera, it just got done raining. It's a little wet. Them conditions probably or definitely aren't gonna help me, but you know, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna give it my all and see if we can make something happen. My goal is to just like come in top half of the pack, you know? I don't need to win, just top half of the pack. Yeah. No, one of the advantages I might have though is I think I'm lighter than most of the people here. Like, how much do you weigh? And he's on the lighter side. 185. I weigh 15 pounds less than him, and he's on the lighter side.
What he doesn't know is we're gonna add 60 pounds to everybody's cart.
I have to do that too?
Right on County Road 48.
You know, you're not very fast, so.
No, I'm not. I've never raced cars before. I mean, at local tracks.
Yeah, probably you and the rest of the girls don't have to add it.
That's wild. You know what? I'm putting weight in now. Had to add 65 pounds to the cart. Advantage gone. So right here, we're about to start the race. Cross the finish line. I qualified 8th, so as you can see, I'm starting pretty far up because it's kind of like NASCAR where the people who qualify last start up front. But I take the lead relatively early. I was like, all right, let me get around her quick so I can try to make some ground while all the fast guys are in the back. The top 3 guys who qualified at the top, where I think my dad was first, his friend John was second, and my uncle was third. But right now, what's going through my mind is, all right, while they're working through the pack, let me try to pull a decent lead. I was actually in a really good cart right here. This cart was, I forget the number, I think it was number 12. My dad's buddy John had it in qualifying, and he said it was a rocket, and he was not lying. It turned perfectly, the speed was great. Right now, I'm just trying to take my best lines and make as few mistakes as possible. As you saw a few turns back, I made a little bit of a mistake, but trying to minimize mistakes so I can pull a decent lead on them. The track itself is fun. It's a big wide open track, as you can see. I tried to leave in some shots. Oh, made another mistake right there. That turn was kind of, there's 2 turns that was messing me up all day. That was one of the turns right there. But you're just coming in hot and you want to try to keep up your momentum, but it's hard to not drift outward. But here we are on this fast section right here. And this little section right here was kind of technical, but you can stay, like, you could be going fast through it. I really like that section right there. Well, there goes my dad. That's my dad right there. He used to race karts back in the day, as I said earlier, but he got around me, so I'm like, all right, let's see if I can try to just see the lines he's taking and pace him. If I can try to follow him and keep up with him, I mean, as you see, I can't. He's already pulling on me, and I'm starting to make mistakes because I'm like, oh, let me try to keep up with him, but I'm being too aggressive and I'm rushing to him. As you see, there's somebody trying to come up on me right there, but I closed the door on him. I had to do that. That was my dad's friend, John, and there he goes right here. And look, he's going to give me a little wave. John's a great guy. John likes to be cocky when he passes you, but you know, it's funny because every time he does, he usually ends up making a mistake quickly after. Boom, right there, off the track. What did I say? He tried to throw some dirt in my eyes because he knew I was a intimidating opponent. So he keeps throwing dirt on me to blind me because he knew if he didn't that I would just be right up on him again. But as I'm picking dirt up out of my eye, I'm trying to catch back up to him. And I make another little mistake. That's my uncle right there. He came up on the left side, and he also used to race cars with my dad. But I'm like, okay, so these are the 3 fastest guys. If they're in front of me, I'm not really complaining. I expect them to be in front of me. But right now, I'm like, this is a great opportunity to just study their lines. So I'm going to study their lines and just kind of try to catch my uncle's draft and keep pace with them. So, oh, here we go. See, my uncle actually made a mistake right there, and I was like, oh, let me try to capitalize, but he recovered pretty quickly. And I'm still, oh, well, that was the end of the first race, actually. And So we pulled back into this little section. This is the start of the second race. My dad's friend John trying to show off, so I had to give him a little love tap just to tell him, like, hey, I'm right here, don't get cocky. And so second race is off, and then this corner gets squirrely. My uncle gets a little squirrely. John hits him a little sideways. I take advantage of it. I'm not complaining. John loves throwing dirt in my eyes because you just see how intimidated he is of me. He's scared of me. So now, me and John both kind of went off the track right there, but we're gonna try to keep that to a minimum this race. And this is the other corner right here that kept kind of messing me up. It was just hard to keep your momentum up, and I either would come in too close, I would go too far inside and I would run over those little barricades, or I would go too far out and I would run over these little things. And I see I made a little mistake right there. It's the same mistake my uncle made in the last race, except he was actually able to capitalize on my mistake. But same three in front of me again. I'm gonna try to keep it that way. Unfortunately, there were some more fast guys closer to me at the start of this race, but I'm just doing what I can do. See, here's another guy he was pretty good too. He's coming up on my right. He's gonna try to take the inside and make the pass, and he succeeds. I was just happy to be here. I'm just having fun. I gave him a little bump, hey, I'm still gonna try to be aggressive, but you'll probably beat me. But notice how he doesn't throw dirt in my eyes. Like John's just a dirty racer, isn't he? And then we're gonna take the inside again, go out, dive in. So running over those little bumps, sometimes it's actually faster, like the faster line is to go over them, even though it feels a little uncomfortable. But here we go on this awkward turn. And then two people get by me. See how much I was struggling? Well, one person gets by me, the other one's side by side. But you just see how much I was struggling on that turn. Couldn't get it down. And then this guy ends up getting around me, and now I think right now, what am I? I'm like 6th or 7th right now. But I'm gonna just try to stick with these guys and not fall any farther back. Again, I'm just out here having fun. I'm having a great time, even if I'm not doing too well. It's just fun battling. Even if you're not battling for the lead, just battling with other people racing is always fun. But you got these guys that are just side by side, 3 ways into this corner. And then I'm gonna try to sneak in on the inside, but I wasn't close enough. So I'm like, okay, that looked like a little weak spot for them on the track. Oh, here we go on another inside where I was trying to capitalize. But that other corner was a weak spot for them, so I was like, all right, let me stay close enough to where I might be able to capitalize on it this next time. This is a little aggressive turn right here. I was trying to make something happen. I was trying to stay outside, but the inside line was faster. But we're bumping and rubbing a little bit, And now this next corner is where it gets a little fun. See, he's looking back. Oh wait, no, I had it wrong. It's gonna be coming up. It's coming up here shortly. Sorry. But see, the guy that was in front of me just overtook this guy in the black shirt. They're all bumping and banging. Everyone right here is aggressive. This is fun racing right here. This is when it's fun. I'm giving them a little tap. And now this corner, I don't know what was going on, but we decided to go 4 ways deep in this corner, and it was gonna be me or him. So I decided to be like, hey, I'm choosing me. Gave him a little love tap, just letting him know I care. But I had to get him out of the way. I chose me. And then maybe a little bit of get back got to me because I went off the track a little bit, but I was still having fun. Oh yeah, and then this girl passes me, and this is obviously not my day, but she makes a little mistake right here, and I capitalize on it, and I'm like, oh yeah. But again, it's just not my day. I'm just trying to go out there and have a great time. She comes around me again, and this is where I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I think my race is shot. It starts settling in after this, and everybody kind of just falls into the place that they're in. She makes the same mistake again. I try to capitalize on it again, but she was able to recover more quickly than last time. But yeah, this was it. That was the race. It was still a great time, even though I didn't do too good. Just wrapped up the go-karting. Didn't do too good in qualifying. I think I got 7th in qualifying, and my fastest time was like 72 seconds. But first race, I got out front pretty early. I was actually leading for a while, and then I think I ended up finishing 4th out of 11 or 12, and my had a faster time by 3 seconds than my qualifying time. I got 69 seconds in that one, and then 72 seconds in qualifying. And you know, they might have been faster than me, but there's a little thing called racecraft, and when you can't beat them in speed, you just gotta block the whole time. That's what I was doing. And then second race, I did mediocre. It was all right. The cart wasn't turning very well, and then I got spoiled in the first race because I had a cart that was on steroids. But yeah, the second cart wasn't turning too well, but I think I ended up getting seventh fastest time, but 6th or 7th position. But overall, it was a great day. It was fun. Stay tuned, subscribe, like the video. Peace.